Welcome back to another episode of the Educated and Reckless podcast with your host, Apollo P. And
No Better Nina.
And we're coming back from hiatus, just to go back on hiatus after this, though. But for those who have been listening and messed with us, we just have a little update on what's going on. So you want to take the floor, Nina?
Sure. So basically, we are looking to kind of, I guess, revamp aspects of the overall collective, I guess. I don't know.
Rebrand. We're trying to go for a rebrand.
Yes, exactly. So we will be releasing our episodes bi-weekly now for audio. And we will also be releasing YouTube videos, but not like the YouTube videos of just the episodes. It's going to be of me and Apollo like actually doing stuff, vlogs and things of that nature. Those are going to be on a bi-weekly basis as well. So technically you guys will still be getting content from us every week, but it'll be just different content that's going to be coming out on a bi-weekly basis. And yeah, so that will be starting at some point in the new year.
Yeah, so the reason why we're doing this is because oftentimes we look back at and see our impact, and you kind of wanted to restructure everything. I think, to be honest, to bring you into the fold of what really happened, a year ago, we had made plans to rebrand the podcast. So a lot of people don't know that we had already brainstormed.
Yeah.
But we were going to come back in 2020, which we did, but the pandemic hit. So the way we came back was through Zoom, and we weren't able to implement the things that we had in mind.
Yeah, and we still did some of them. Like we had our guest, and we did the sponsorship.
We had one guest. I think we fucked up.
Well, we had one guest. We had one sponsorship. We had one of each thing we tried to get. So
I mean, we dipped our toe into some of the process. So yeah, like Nina said, we had a sponsor, and then we had one guest.
Yes, one guest.
And one sponsor. So it shows that if you guys are paying attention, like it shows that we're trying to do things. But moving forward, the Educated and Reckless brand will be like a podcast, but also an intimate podcast in terms of now you're able to see what we do.
Yeah, get more of an inside look on our lives, because people are nosy and people like to know what we're doing. Yeah. So,
although every time I try to invite Nina out to something, she flicks. So let's see if these videos actually make sense. Every time, Nina, every time I invited you out, name a time that I have. Because think about it, I've only been to your events. You know this, right?
Like what events? My birthday party. Yeah, okay, but you've never had a birthday party. If you had a birthday party, I would come. Birthdays are important.
All right. So I've been to your birthday.
Okay.
I've been to, what else have I been to you of yours? Everything else.
That's it. It was just my birthday.
No, it's not. It's not the only.
It's my 23rd birthday party. That's it.
Was that the only thing I've been to?
Yes.
So that means she never invited me out to anywhere. That's another thing.
No, because number two, you don't go to clubs, period. So I did tell you once on a podcast that I would take you to one, and you said no. So you declined that. And second of all, your Blue Mountain Planet looks like it's a flop anyways from what I saw on Twitter. So
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hold on. If we're gonna keep it real, Nina said she wasn't going to come anyways, even if
that's true. But because of work, this is my last week of work before the holidays, so I'm like backed up with shit I need to do and get done.
All right. So see, and
if you did it on the Saturday, I was actually going to come.
I was working on the Saturday, so
yeah.
I have 3 days off this week that I can't do much with besides just edit, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I have a 2-week break next week, so I'm just waiting for that.
So we're gonna see if these videos. So check it out. When I try to invite Nina out to kind of do some video editing, she's gonna hit me with the excuse like, "No, I can't really do it."
No, because we have to do it. We have to have content.
All right, no, we have to have content.
Exactly.
But just more times. Look, when I try to put something out there, Nina's not gonna fuck with it.
No, it depends. I mean, if you're trying to take me somewhere that's like weird, like I don't know, to like a country. Actually, I would go to a country club. We should go to the ranch. Have you ever been to the ranch? I went to the ranch.
It's kind of cold. It's kind of cold for the ranch.
No, the ranch. It's a country club in Barrie.
No.
I went
there was not to say I went there. There was a girl that lives out in Barrett. I haven't really met her, anyways. It was just having a conversation, and she said she lived out in Barrett, and I started complimenting myself. I was like, damn, would I really drive an hour to Barrett?
No, because you said you wouldn't even drive to Scarborough, so like Barrie is completely out of the question.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right.
Anyways, do you have any plans for the holidays or any goals for the new year that you'd like to share?
So plans for the holidays, I'll be working up until December 24th.
Okay.
For people who don't know, I don't necessarily have a job or anything. I just been doing a lot of odd jobs since I came back, just trying to, figure something out. I'm not saying, no, I don't want to put that out there. Make income while I'm still able to be free to do my own passions. So I've been working at this little Christmas thing at I'm gonna be I don't know if I'll be completely honest. At the Sherwood Gardens. So I've been doing stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that. So I've been doing that. And then up until the new year, I'll be going to Tulum.
Yes. Who are you going with? All right, don't expose it. Where are you staying?
Tulum. I'll be staying in Tulum.
Okay, but you're getting an Airbnb, right?
Yeah, I'll be getting an Airbnb.
All I'm gonna say is just make sure you're careful because I've been to Mexico twice. I've been fine, but mind you, like for me personally, when I go to foreign countries that are mostly known for their resorts, like I'm more comfortable staying on a resort because like even where I was the last time I went to Mexico, like the cartel ran that side of Mexico. So like they ran our resort and like everything around it as well. So like you have to be careful in that.
So from my understanding, the cartel likes tourists, and they tend not to touch tourists because tourists are off limits unless you're trying to get into the drug trade. But if you're just a regular tourist just minding your business, cartels tend to leave you alone because they don't want to have any type of bring any heat to the situation, because tourists bring money, cartel need money and facilitate certain things. So if a whole bunch of tourists are dying, cartel gonna be mad.
Yeah, so, no, for sure. The only reason I say that is because at an Airbnb, you don't have security like you do at a resort.
Yeah. So this one has security that I'm going.
Okay, then that's good.
Yeah.
And that's
it says it has security. There's one that said it had no security cameras or anything like. This one has security.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
So yeah, I like that. And another thing. So this is my first time going into Mexico. Up until this point, I was shitting on Mexico. I'm not going to lie.
Why? You know what? Mexico, out of all the places I've been, I mean, I haven't really been to that many places, but like from all the like tropical places, I guess I've been, Mexico always manages, I don't know what it is, but I always manage to get the best tan when I'm in Mexico. Like, I don't know. I like, even when I went to Jamaica, I didn't even come back half as dark as what I was when I went to Mexico. And my tan stayed 10 times longer when I came back from Mexico. It was weird.
For some reason, I keep on feeling like the grounds in Mexico are like a reddish orange color.
Nah, not really. I feel like no, it's like grass, like grass.
I don't know why I have that picture of like me walking in like a sandy, stony areas.
Probably from TV shows and shit. That's why.
And I've been shitting on Mexico for a while now. And I say that, and I say that respectfully. It's not like I'm shitting on the people of there. It's just the what I've heard about going over there. I've seen videos on World Star of people getting their heads chopped off, and I'm like, whoa! I do not want parts in that.
Yeah.
But going to Tulum, apparently that's where all the thotties are at, and
a lot of Americans are going to Tulum. They've been going to Tulum during the pandemic.
Yeah. So although I'm not an IG thought, and yeah.
When I went, I remember I was walking in a plaza, like we were doing one of our excursions, and we were walking in a plaza, and there was like these police, and they were looking for somebody. I don't know who they were looking for, but they were like hiding in stores, waiting for people to pass by, then coming back out, and they had like these big, I don't know what guns they were, because I don't know shit about guns, but they had these big long ass guns, and I was like, what the fuck? I was getting so scared. I was like, is there gonna be a shootout right here? Like, do we need to go hide in a store? Like, I was scared. We just kept walking, but like, other than that, every single time I've been, it's been fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been twice now. I don't know if I would necessarily go a third time. I'm dying to go to Punta Cana.
Punta Cana is in DR, right?
Yeah, there's a specific resort there that I'm like absolutely dying to go to. So once this is done, I'm definitely gonna go.
Yeah. And Paulo does not have a girlfriend.
All right.
All right.
But okay, since we're
Mhm.
speaking on trips, can we just jump into this whole vaccine conversation quickly before we get into pop culture?
Yeah. So, in terms of
So, okay, so the vaccines arrived, I
yeah.
think yesterday.
So,
The P5s.
all right, all right. You know what? Go, and then I'll rebuttal, and then we'll have the back and forth.
Okay. Because yeah, so the Pfizer vaccines is what Canada decided to go with. I think it's what most countries have decided to go with. And
Mm.
I think all of North America has actually decided to go with it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
NAFTA.
And so the UK started getting injected last week, and people started getting Bell's palsy, which is it's a disease where
Oh, they did.
yeah, your face gets half of your face starts drooping, like it affects your facial
That sounds
muscles.
like a stroke.
Yeah, basically, but without like actually having the heart implications or anything like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of people started getting, well, not a lot of people, 4 people got that. And then people were obviously panicking, and
Mm-hmm.
then they said the government's like, oh, it went away after a couple hours, which I doubt, because when I looked it up and I actually know somebody who has it, it takes a minimum of 2 weeks to fully go away. So that happened.
Oh, because pause for the cause. So
Yeah.
2 weeks to go away forever.
No, so it's like a cold sore. It's in your system forever, but it's dormant, and it says it's very rare to reoccur, but it can reoccur, especially if it runs in your family, it will reoccur. But it's rare. But anyways, so that happened to a few people. Some places, like, now people are kind of questioning, like, how are they gonna implement,
Hold
like,
on.
so basically, yeah, it's coming, and it's here, and they're starting to vaccinate people. This will have dropped Wednesday, so they're starting to vaccinate people yesterday.
Mhm.
And yeah, what are your thoughts? Like, are you gonna take this vaccine right away? Are you gonna wait? Are you not gonna take it at all? Like, what's your plans?
My plan for the vaccine. All right. First off, I just want to say that I saw a tweet by Donald Trump say that he's so glad that the vaccine came 5 years earlier. And so when I saw that, I started thinking, I was like, all right, the vaccine came 5 years earlier. And two things came to my mind. I was like, if vaccines were able to come 5 years earlier, that means one, vaccines could have been produced on a mass scale a lot faster this whole time.
Well, so with
Hold on,
that,
hold on. That's one thought. And then on another thought, I was like, all right, if it on average, if it takes 5 years for a vaccine to be produced, tested, and then put it into the market, and they expedited for this
excited.
time, what type of complications and what type of pitfalls could we see result from these very fast put into the market vaccines that would have probably been found out during the duration of 5 years through testing, you know?
Well, so this is the thing. So unlike other vaccines, and like way back in the day when they had this, like the Spanish flu and shit, when money wasn't necessarily running and technology wasn't where it's at, like with this one, because I've had conversations with both sides, and I know for a fact, like with this one, the reason it came with the quickness it did is because the entire world is funding it. It's not just like one place that's trying to scrap funds for it. Like literally the entire world is funding it, and the entire world is studying it, because each company wants to be the first one to get it. However, where I do agree is in the sense of the time we had to study its side effects. Why are we just finding out now in the final stages, when it's actually being given out, that Bell's palsy was a thing that could happen? When it's been being studied for only 7 months, doesn't that show us something, that 7 months, 8 months later, when it's actually being given out, and then what didn't happen during the trial stages? My other question comes into play with pregnancy. I'm
Mm.
25. Like, I mean, if life goes as planned, I'm trying to have kids within the next 5 years. Like, I saw that there was, I don't know which company this was for, but I did see on Twitter that there was one vaccine that didn't have any studies done on pregnancy, people who were pregnant and people who were breastfeeding, which is obviously a
Mhm.
huge thing. For me particularly, that's a really big thing. Um, and I know that if you have any allergies to ingredients in the vaccine, then like you're not supposed to take it right now. I guess you're supposed to wait. I don't know how long for. For me personally, like my mom told me I'm not allowed to take it because I have an allergy to sulfa drugs. I don't
A
know if
what?
sulfa drugs. I've had an allergy to that since I was a kid.
I don't
I
know.
don't.
I don't no clue what that is.
It's some kind of drug. I don't know if it's in the vaccine or not, but Yeah. And now places like, for example, Ticketmaster has already said that they will require 24-hour proof of a negative test result or vaccination in order to attend concerts. I also saw that.
Pause for the cause. Pause for the cause. I'm gonna pause you right there. I like that.
Mhm,
Ticketmaster is giving people options. So there's a lot of people who may not want to take the vaccine now,
mhm, mhm.
but they're like, all right, for people who don't want to take the vaccine, now we are requiring you to get tested, which I think more people are inclined to. I'd rather get a little, well, not a deep nasal, just a little swab, and then get a
And
then
then
get
show up
a
with negative results. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I agree for sure. I definitely would rather that. I do think, like, I know movie theaters as well in Ontario. I don't know about Canada, but I know in Ontario have said the same thing.
Alberta's pretty bad. Vancouver, I mean, the world
Yeah,
is pretty bad. The world
yeah.
is down bad right now.
I just I think when I will take it is when I have to take it. So if I decide, because I know the first thing I want to do when shit starts opening up is go to Punta Cana. Like, that's the first thing I really want to do.
But she's open
I
up right now,
Well, I know, but like the numbers are well, technically Canada just went back on lockdown. So like it's open, the borders are open, we're free to go.
Yeah.
However, like I'm just trying to wait like for things to be a little more normal. And then I'll go, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's like, yeah, if you're traveling, you have to take the vaccine. And then for me, when it comes to the point where I have to take it, if I don't have that option to do the test results, then I'll take it then. But like,
I mean, really don't know the direction in terms of where the world is going to, but I want to bring it back to what you started initially. And you said the reason why it came a little faster is because the world is funding it. I don't want some people might hear that and might misconstrue it. Myself, I looked into it. I was like, how can money expedite a process if the world is funding it? Yeah, people are putting money behind it, but the fact that the virus came out 5 years early, I don't think no amount of money would be able to fund a proper vaccine to come out.
Well, that's what no, but this is the thing. Okay, first of all, don't trust anything Donald Trump says. That's rule number one. Okay. My second thing would be more so the fact that like you could even look at it in the terms of when like CERB came out and shit. Everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? Where did the government get all this money from? I swear, literally all they're doing is printing it. I don't really know where.
You can't print money. You can print money, which you could print money or give out virtual. Because think about it, people are giving out virtual money anyways. They're giving out checks, e-transfers. Yeah. That stuff is a little bit easier to come up with. It's not like they're sending you $2,000 cash in your mail to everyone across Canada. Like, yeah, that's excessive. But I say that to say this: money the government can produce money faster and put it on the books, and it goes into our deficit, right? And it drops our like a currency. But a vaccine takes time to produce. You need a strain of the virus to and then produce and then put it in a way where it's suitable for humans, right? Yeah, but there's always a process in terms of how the vaccine works, right? But it's the testing and the constant testing and adjusting that makes it suitable for it to be given to the public. So a lot of money doesn't shorten 5 years. It just says, hey, bro, we need to get this out here fast.
Put an asterisk beside 5 years, please. Yeah. We don't know what facts Donald Trump is speaking.
Yeah. But I don't know how long it takes.
But it does, because at the same time, like you're saying, like, like we don't know how to necessarily take this virus out of its DNA or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But like when you have money, you have the tools and resources to do that and to fail and try again. And when the whole world is behind this, backing it and trying again, because it's literally affected everybody, like then it's one of those things where it will come faster. But yeah, my agreement for sure is on the testing 1,000%. Like, how do we know that this isn't going to affect us all like 5 years from now, 4 years from now? Hell, it started affecting people literally hours after they took it. Like,
think about it and check. Like, let's reduce it down to like just simply food, right? Imagine you eating McDonald's for the last 6 months, right? Granted, your body may not feel the effects, but an additional 6 months, then you start to see the weight gain. Yeah. And another 6 months after that, cholesterol buildup. Another 6 months after that, you're having trouble breathing, heart complications, digestive problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. It's one of those things, yeah, where we definitely need more time, definitely need more time to I personally would feel more comfortable
Yeah.
waiting it out and seeing.
And granted, I don't think I speak for myself, and I think maybe Nina as well. We're not saying that we're against it. I think we all grew up in this country where we took mad vaccines just to
Yeah,
get
we're not
into school.
anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, it's just that. Come on, bro. Like, it's a pandemic. You tell me you got it out already?
Yeah, exactly. It's just one of those things where, yeah, and especially with the Bell's palsy thing that I heard, I was just like, don't know if I'm ready to go right into that. But anyway, so now we can jump into our pop culture stuff, and be a little less political. So while we were gone, oh, sorry, did you want to say something?
No, we're political.
Okay. So while we were gone, one of the big stories that happened was Casanova. He had turned himself in. He was wanted by the FBI for gang-related charges, including murder, racketeering, drug trafficking, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And he ended up turning himself in to the New York police. And he was one of 17 members, I believe, or 18 members. He was the last
Gorilla
one free.
Untouchable family.
Yep, who the FBI agent said they are touchable. Actually, they're not untouchable.
Also, I only know two big black gangs that labeled themselves untouchable, which is this one and the Nicky Barnes. He called himself the Untouchable, and they both got touched.
Yep. So so he got arrested, turned himself in, and he was the last free member of the gang. Everyone else, I think people started getting arrested as of 2 years ago, I believe, from what I read. And then the next day, it was like a trending week for rappers to be arrested. G Herbo got arrested for fraud charges. Him and his crew have apparently been using fake credit cards to buy things, or fake IDs and shit to buy things. And then his lawyer revealed a bombshell in court, saying that Herbo needs to be able to travel between Chicago, LA, and New Jersey because his fiance, we all know he's in an open, very public relationship with Teyana.
I didn't know they were engaged.
Me neither. Is 4 months pregnant. So that was their reveal, I guess.
The worst way to get a reveal, though.
I'm saying, right? Like, I would
get off on bond on a reveal.
Yeah, I would be so So that was pretty interesting. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on this? Do you think this is going to go good?
Also, I just want to add, A Boogie was also arrested that same week for guns, right?
Yes. There was a fight that broke out after one of his birthday celebrations, and he was arrested, and then he got released, though. He re-celebrated his birthday this week.
Yeah, so rappers are getting caught up. What I have to say about this, I think that I think it just shows that a lot of rappers, cannot maintain the lifestyle that they portray, and so they're doing certain things. And I'm talking more so about G Herbo. Mm-hmm. He looked like he was living a lavish lifestyle as a very mid-tier rapper, because G Herbo is not like
he's not mainstream.
Yeah, so mid-tier rapper, his lifestyle seems a lot. All right, he's signed to a major. It's not like he's solely independent to where it would make sense. It kind of sucks because he put himself in that situation. I don't want to say he put himself in that situation. Maybe he was just around people doing a lot of stuff, and since they're all under his brand, and he would say maybe in conversation, "Hey, go pay for that. My man's gonna pay for that." It puts him in conspiracy and tied him into that. Maybe, granted, he wasn't trying to touch anything. Maybe it's just he got caught up, but now. Too late anyways. It's like you can't do anything now. You have a newborn, you have a child already, you have a child on the way.
Yep. I think I agree with you in that sense too, because the same thing. I was thinking G Herbo, for me, I did always question how do some of these rappers who are not that mainstream, how are they flexing this hard, And then this came out and I was like, oh shit, are they all like this now? Because there's a lot of them that you see and you're just you're not that popping, you're flexing almost as hard as a mainstream rapper like Cardi B is, and you're not on Cardi B's level, so that was very interesting to me as well. And then I was kind of just oh shit, that looks really bad on you if you were you look like a bum.
To be honest, a lot of rappers out here are struggling. If you look at those Spotify, and I think those Spotify year-end reviews are very revealing. Mm-hmm. Are very revealing. because granted, some people might look at those as milestones.
Yeah.
Or like, yo, I went from 50,000 to 600,000. That's cool, numbers wise. For people who kind of dig a little deeper, you didn't even make $4,000 off your music on Spotify alone.
Yeah.
Right? So Spotify pays you what, a $4,000 minimum, maybe a little bit over, like 4,000 some change every $1 million stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Apple Music would pay you about 6,000 every million stream. So if you got $1 million off Spotify, $1 million off Apple Music, you made about what, 10,000?
Yeah.
10,000 off your music. You can't, we got 10,000, people got 10,000 within the last 5 months.
Yeah.
Not to say within the last month, 5 months of serve, 10,000. Yeah. A lot of people were hurting. And in the pandemic where there's not much going out.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. You made 10,000 last year off streams, and it wasn't a pandemic. People
so you
moving
couldn't
around.
Perform. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even this year, and a lot of people make a lot of their money off the back end. That's why a lot of rappers talk about the back end.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do much. So those streams, you might make like a maybe like 250 million streams, which is granted, that's a lot of money. That's over 100,000, right? Both off Apple Music thing. And I apparently titled it. All right, let me get to my point. The point is, a lot of these rappers are broke.
Yeah,
and they're giving up a lot of that money to, if they're really gang tied, like in the case of Casanova, it said that he was giving up a percentage of his earnings to the gang. To
I didn't know
one man. And one, I don't want to say rappers, I don't want to say gangster rappers are extorted by their gang, but like, I don't know any other type of words besides extorted. Maybe like giving tithes, like the same way you give tithes to a church, but like this is more so forcibly imposed.
Yeah.
Same with Cass. He was giving up money. That's I'm gonna say allegedly because Cass a tough guy. He's just how he said, "Yo, I'm a gangster." You know what I mean? But he was giving up tithes to the gang, to people in prison, holding them down. And for him to do that, he was like, he wasn't putting out mad music.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing shows. He was doing like club appearances and walk-ins, but
that's not like,
and then he can't really do much. Like he had the OnlyFans. I'm not quite sure how the OnlyFans are going up for him, but
me neither. And I think, okay, the other thing I was going to ask you is, did you do your Spotify Wrapped or your Apple Music replay or anything?
I do. I have Apple Music, so I do the replay, and I got to see the type of
So who was your top artist? You don't remember?
Nah, but I do know my top album though.
Hey, what was it? Yeah, I already do think I know what it's gonna be because I think it was my number 2.
Yeah, that shit was hitting hard, man.
Tory Lanez?
Yeah. Yo, I did not know I played it that much until I saw it.
Me neither. My number 1 was Future High Off Life. My number 2 was only 2 plays less than that, and that was Tory Lanez' album. Tory Lanez was like 117 and Future's was 119.
I was like, I don't know how I killed
it. And it really just came out 3 months ago. We ran it up that much.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, this guy really did put out some.
I screenshot it and sent it to Snapchat. I was like, yo, I'm feeding Tory, bro.
I was like, yo, I streamed that album that much?
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
And it literally came out 3 months ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, he hit 1 billion on Spotify. And that's over something million.
Yeah.
If you do the math.
Yeah, I was, when I saw that.
And he's independent, so he got all of that money.
Exactly. Yep. Okay, so anyways, on to the next story.
So pause your point, and I want to bring in this other point, since we're on the roles of just talking about rappers and getting caught up in criminal activity. I think it was popular over the internet maybe like the past 2 days. I think it was 2 days ago. Saturday, was it? Akademiks. I know you don't like Akademiks. I like Akademiks. The world doesn't. A lot of hip hop doesn't like Akademiks, but a lot of there's people who don't like Akademiks. There's people who are indifferent about Akademiks, and there's people who enjoy Akademiks.
Hate him. Yeah.
Yeah. And so over the time, are you on Clubhouse?
No, I'm not on Clubhouse. Are you?
Yeah, I'm on Clubhouse. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I don't want to talk about it.
You're not trying to send that invite?
You want the invite?
I'm just joking. I you know what? I respect that you don't talk about it. I put out a tweet the other day. Sorry, another side point. Honestly, you know what? Nothing annoys me more than like people older than you even and like your age, my age, literally talk about Clubhouse every fucking day. They do whatever they can to put it into every fucking conversation. You'll ask someone what the weather is and they're like, I don't know, but so and so on Clubhouse said, bro, we get it. You have fucking Clubhouse. Like, just shut up. Like, you look like an idiot. Like, go start a family or something, bro. Why are you sitting here talking about fucking Clubhouse every day? Like, chill.
Yeah. I don't talk about. I don't really talk about because I'm not.
No,
on it
I'm
like
glad
that.
you don't, because I actually had no idea you had it until you said it just now.
Yeah, the only people will see it like if they enter in and see like, oh, I'm on it.
What's the big deal about it? Like, celebrities are on it cool, and you can be in these rooms with them. Like,
think about it as a chat room, but like with voices.
okay,
That's what it is.
there's no video.
No video. So it's like a chat room, but like voices, and you're able to get access to, I guess, more people a lot faster than you would ever think. So people create rooms, title the room like how to make like 80% off your music and be independent and still have say whatever title. And then you ping people to come into the room, and then other people see that, people that you're following see that you're in a room and stuff like that. And they might want to drop in and listen to the discussion. They may or may not have moderate, or they will always have moderators, but they may or may not allow people to have the privilege to be speakers.
Do you feel like it's actually a useful tool, or do you feel like it's one of those things where it's just clout?
That's obviously exclusivity right now. I think the exclusivity is actually dying down.
That's what I was gonna say. It's way less exclusive than what like I've seen a couple other people talking about how they have it. And I'm like, bro, you don't even do anything in the industry.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I kind of figured too. I feel like it's gonna become one of those things where it's gonna die in a couple months.
Yeah, it's still invite only, but like people are just passing out invites all the time. So
exactly,
people are coming in. Yeah. But like, it's, to be honest, I didn't want it, but my brother sent me on it. He's like, yo, bro, I'm inviting you. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Because my brother on it. No disrespect to your brother. Like, but I would say the same thing if it was my sister. My sister doesn't do shit in media. Like, I'd be like, bro, why the fuck?
My brother was like, yo, he sent me the invite. He was like, yo, take it. I'm like,
yeah, like if it was actually helpful, like, and I could actually learn some things to help me career-wise, I wouldn't mind being on it. But I kind of feel like it's just one of those things where it's become, it's probably started out that way, but it's slowly more and more just becoming more about who's in what room, and oh my god, to talk about on Twitter, I was in this room tonight with so and so. Congratulations, like
exactly, that's what it is. I don't really care for it. I was like, I was networking way before the Clubhouse thing, and when I was hearing more about Clubhouse, I was like, I'm touching elbows with like people who did some great things like 10, 15 years ago in like Canada. Like I have their number.
Exactly. It's more purposeful. Sorry, not to cut you off. It's more purposeful, I feel like, building those kind of connections where you're actually meeting the person and able to continue it, because via Clubhouse, like, you could talk to Joe Budden one day, but the next day he's not going to remember who you are.
Exactly. So the reason why I bring up Clubhouse is because 2 days ago, Saturday, Akademiks was newly introduced to Clubhouse, and 21 Savage moderated the room, and it had like other people. Tory Lanez was in the room.
Okay.
Alexis Nadeska was in the room. Meek Mill was in the room, most famously, and the conversation, the back and forth that Akademiks and Meek Mill had was something that sparked a lot of conversations throughout the internet. But the conversation was mainly because Meek Mill and they're beefing.
Yeah,
they're at odds with each other. And Meek Mill is someone that over time, I think a lot of people have gotten. This is just a side point. Over time, I feel like a lot of people have starting to dislike Meek because he doesn't really stand on something, and so that's just my viewpoint on things. So Meek Mill and Akademiks having a back and forth about Akademiks' platform, about how he says he's instigating beefs, and now he's putting things on the internet, and these are getting people, young bulls, locked up and people killed. And a lot of people were saying, you can't put the onus on Akademiks to put something that's already on the internet and just put on his Instagram. How is he instigating something that's already out there? If it takes another man to motivate you to do something destructive to someone else, you do not have the power over your own self, right? And that's my point. And then, Akademiks was like, has some onus. Is like, all right, I might do certain things, but I do block a lot of things. I'm not trying to purposely be vindictive or incite crimes and violence. He says that he turns down a lot of things, but don't necessarily put the onus on him as being the guy who is the reason why hip hop is in shambles, or why he got young people trying to do crazy, destructive things for clout to be on a page. That's not necessarily Akademiks' fault. And Meek Mill was kind of like, was trying to take the responsibility away from the rappers that are obviously doing criminal activities and blame them on something. And so I just got to myself, I was like, why do rappers like to not take responsibilities for their own actions and always blame someone else? And I think this is like the common conversation that a lot of people have. And I feel like the conversation changes depending on who's the scapegoat is, or who people are trying to place blame on. Because I'm gonna finish my point right now. In duality, people would say, hey, these rappers are influencing kids to do drugs. And then the response would always be, not always be, but large majority be, yo, it's not the rapper's responsibility to do certain things. The kids should have parents. So why would you put the onus on kids doing drugs on these rappers? But now to turn around and say, yo, Akademiks is the reason why people are getting locked up, it doesn't make sense. So where does the line? It's like, who is responsible, or who is going to put the responsibility on who does the action? Yeah, I would like to hear your thoughts on this.
I kind of agree with you, because I've always kind of been the person who, like, yeah, I get it. Celebrities are like, people will argue that they automatically become these role models once they hit a certain level, and like kids will look up to them and they have to watch what they do. But at the same time, I've always never agreed with that, because I'm like, bro, like, you can look up to celebrities as much as you want, but at the end of the day, like, my parents weren't letting me listen to fucking like 50 Cent Candy Shop. I remember I got so much shit for listening to that when I was a kid, and that's only because my cousins were listening to it, and that's why I got in trouble for it. Like, like, my parents were making me listen to like shit like Hillary Duff, not making me, but like that's what they allowed me to listen to. Hillary Duff and Avril Lavigne. Even Avril Lavigne, I wasn't allowed to go to her concert when she came, but I was allowed to go to Hillary Duff. Like, so I feel like at the same time, yeah, like, cool, you could say they're role models, but at the same time, it also comes down to parenting and what you're letting your kid consume in the media, and how they're, like what are you leading them on to perceive as real and worthy and things like that, So yeah, I agree with you on that front as well. And yeah, it makes sense in the sense that, like, they don't want to accept responsibility for their own actions in a way by constantly trying to push the blame onto somebody else. And it's like, yeah, I can see the side of where it's like, oh, Akademiks is instigating, because a lot of people will argue that with Six Buzz as well. And they're like, oh, Six Buzz will post things, like, if we're going to bring this to a Toronto lens, and be like, Six Buzz will post things just to instigate problems, or like, things like that. And sometimes I see it. I think when you're somebody like Akademiks and that's your job, I don't disagree. Like, you're allowed to post what you want, because people obviously supported you for that reason. I think what makes the biggest difference, in my opinion, is what caption you're putting. If you're posting a caption that's instigating it, fine. If you're just posting it to say, this happened here on this day, like, that's it, then cool, whatever. Like, people followed you for that content. That's literally your job now. You got paid for it. You got a job at Complex for it. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just my opinion on it. But
I do think that in the world of Akademiks, when it comes to that, though, I think that the reason why Shade Room, Boss Up, ET, TMZ,
it's because they're all teams and not one person.
Exactly. And they don't have one name. That's why if in hip hop, the two people who get the most hate is Vlad.
Oh, okay.
Vlad and DJ Akademiks. Because you know why? They named themselves after the stuff that they're putting out. So they have now a personal tie to it.
Is that why you stopped Apollo for the People? Your name was directly tied to it. Yo, rebrand.
It was directly tied to it, man. And I realized that when your name is directly tied to something, it makes you personally involved with it. Because now that when people say, I don't fuck with DJ Vlad, I don't fuck with Akademiks, they're saying, yo, you don't fuck with them and their platform.
Yeah.
It's like, think about it. Like, if I'm like, Cardi B, and I say, I don't like TMZ, I don't like TMZ. But now if I say I don't like Harvey Levin, I don't like him.
Yeah.
That is different.
Exactly. No, I
You
agree.
know, not liking the Harvey Levin will probably stop TMZ from posting you. Not liking TMZ will probably get them to continue to post you, but more negative things about you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But yeah, anyways, moving on. Teyana Taylor announced that she's retiring from music, and she was actually serious about it. I thought she was gonna come back. She actually just went ahead and got a whole new role as a creative director at Prettylittlething, which is pretty cool. You probably don't know it. Well, you probably know what it is, but you never shopped on there. My shirt right now is actually from Prettylittlething.
I don't need to shop on there because it's exclusively for women, no?
Oh yeah, they don't have any men's stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
I really like Prettylittlething. I think it's really dope that she's going to be a creative director because she actually has a really cool sense of style. So I think that will actually be really cool. And I did think though that she was gonna like return to music. I thought she was kind of joking. Oh, just taking a break and then gonna come back. But it looks like she's really.
I do feel like Teyana Taylor's career. It depends on where you were introduced to Teyana Taylor, because I never knew she really did music until like recently.
Bro, me neither. I knew. Okay, I was introduced to her from My Super Sweet 16.
Exactly, like most people were.
Yeah, I just thought she was a rich brat who came from a rich family. I didn't know she was doing music until maybe like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Like that's when I really.
Yeah, because she was doing the whole tomboy thing. I'm like, at the time, I was like, why is she popular?
Yeah.
You know, I was like, what did she do? And I never, and probably that's on me because I never really searched much deeper into what she did. I just saw it would pop up with the baggy jeans and like the hair. And I'm like, all right, Teyana Taylor.
Yeah.
And then she does music. I'm just, you know how certain people are just kind of just up, just popular and make money off of just being popular.
Because she also said she was signed to the label. I think it was Def Jam. She was signed to Def Jam since she was 15. So that means on My Super Sweet 16, she was already signed to them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess she was overlooked. Mind you, we don't know how talented she was back then because, again, we weren't really marketed. Like, she wasn't really marketed like that. So, I don't know. I do think she's very talented and I do like her music. I've listened to her albums. Like, she's pretty good.
Yeah, I hear she's good.
Yeah, like I could definitely say she's overlooked for sure. Like she's under what's the word? Under promoted, I guess. Then
I don't think she was marketed right. She wasn't marketed as an artist. I think she was marketed as just a cool kid.
Yeah.
In my eyes. That's how I'm looking at it. I don't know if that's what the label wanted to happen, but I looked at her as a cool kid and she's only like 30 now, right?
Yeah.
I looked at her as a cool kid even till now.
Yeah, same.
You know, like I hear when she does music, it's like, I'm not. It's not. I hear she's really good at music. I hear she's really talented. But it's just, I just look at her as a cool kid.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's that. Lil Baby was caught cheating on Jada because he paid a porn star to have sex with her. And
all right, so did he pay her 16 or 6K? Because I keep on seeing interchanging numbers.
I saw 20. I don't know. I don't know what the number is. I have no idea what the number is. This porn star exposed their DMs. Apparently she was drunk tweeting about it first. She didn't say name, but she said Jada will never leave this man. Everyone knows Jada is dating Lil Baby. That's not an unknown fact. And then he took to Twitter to kind of like, I guess, justify it. And he's like, nobody goes harder for their girl than I do. Like, stop playing with me. Like men fuck up and make mistakes. And I was just like, okay, like who came up with the idea that like buying your girl stuff or spoiling her the way we see him do is supposed to be like, I guess, a free pass for like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck up, but you have to forgive me right away because I bought you all this shit and I treat you so good. We're back. So basically, I feel like the whole treating someone good thing, with that comes loyalty. Like I feel like this is kind of just like, he sounds dumb by saying this, in my opinion. Thoughts, opinions?
Yeah. I mean, I look at it like the same way. You know what? I really don't have much words. Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
It's okay. The next topic.
He's down bad. He's down bad. Like
he fucked up. Like I feel bad for Jada.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I don't know what you really say. Like, all right, if he did, which it seems like he's kind of admitting to.
Exactly.
Like, where do you go from here? It's like either you. And it's not even like, did he say sorry?
I don't know if he said sorry in the tweets. I don't think so. He basically was just like, bro, who cares? Like, men make mistakes. Like, nobody goes harder for their girl than me. Like, going hard for her
I don't
also
know why
includes
he.
being
I don't know
loyal
why
to
he
her.
paid. I granted, if you pay someone for sex, you're supposed to shut the fuck up. She has now fucked up her bag from everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's keep it
Yeah.
100. Yeah.
So apparently Fetty Wap is not Alexis Skye's baby daddy, and both of them knew this info well, like while she was pregnant. And like,
So
so some
that does
next
make sense. That makes sense. Doesn't make sense now.
So some next guy named Brendan or something is Alexis Skye's actual baby daddy, and because he commented on Alexis's picture saying "daddy's girl," and when you click his profile, he definitely like the daughter definitely looks like him. Because then Fetty Wap's baby mama came out and was saying all this stuff like, yeah, like we all knew that she was not having Fetty Wap's kid, but Fetty Wap never said nothing when it happened. Like they just wanted to stress me out while I was pregnant with his kid. And like my pregnancy was so unenjoyable because this whole time I'm sitting there thinking this, but they both knew that Fetty was not the father. And now I'm
You
just,
also got Mesquika pregnant, right?
yeah. And I don't understand what the fuck is the point of that? Like, what is the point of pretending you're somebody's kid to spite your other baby mama? I don't get it.
Nah, I don't. That doesn't make any sense to me, man. That doesn't make any sense to me. That story don't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
You know why it doesn't make any sense to me?
Why?
Because Alexis went so hard telling yo, claim your child.
Because she wanted child support. This Brendan guy is a nobody.
I'm like, you know what I mean? Like she went hard. Talking
Yeah.
about, yo, Faye, you better claim your child. You didn't see your child not one time, and she was in the incubator because she's premature. She went hard.
Yeah.
You can't go that hard, and then a few years later say, yo, he's not really the father.
I
It
mean,
don't make no sense, dog.
clout chasing is a hell of a drug.
Yo, if that's true, get rid of both of them, man.
Yeah, it's messed up. I saw it and I was just like, what the fuck? Why would you do that?
Because I seen the headline and I read it. I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
It's dumb, but I think it seriously all comes out to, unfortunately, with the society we're in, it comes out to clout and fucking like, I don't know, why would you make someone else miserable? It's just stupid. The whole thing is stupid, honestly. And now they both just look very toxic. And speaking of toxic, Summer Walker announced that she was pregnant with her toxic ass relationship with London on the Track.
London on the Track, man. She also called him a bum ass dude, right?
Oh my god, she calls him whatever names every day. It depends on the day and her mood. Honestly, like she strikes me as a very toxic individual in herself who needs a lot of help because she's just all over the place all the time. And I feel like, okay, so I remember when like people were like guessing she was pregnant because like there's fully a bump on one of her Instagram lives. She's like, no, I'm just bloated. I ate food. Like, who the fuck forces someone to tell them they're pregnant? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys are fucking dumb. Like, snapping at everybody. And she's like, next day, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, seriously, like, what's wrong? Like, so she also launched her own label called Ghetto Earth Records. And she said she called it that because Earth is ghetto, apparently. The whole Earth is just ghetto.
To be honest, I'm so glad I'm not really into Summer Walker.
I am sad because I love her music, but I don't like her as a person. I really don't, especially after going to that concert and waiting outside for 3 hours in the cold so she could take a picture with Drake after the Raptors game. I'll never forget it.
That was last year, right?
Last year. Yeah. I'll never forget it. That was the last concert I went to before the world shut down. And let me tell you guys, it was not worth it.
That's tough. Yeah. And, yo, to be honest, a lot of people, there was something I've heard before. And they say a lot of people that portray themselves obviously online are a lot of dickheads. I mean, there's a lot of dickheads who portray themselves as to be nicer than they actually are, but you're gonna find out they're fucking dickheads, man.
She's a straight dickhead, honestly. I don't see her. I see she's talented, but to be honest with you, I don't see her career lasting long because she is a diva.
Yeah. She's like a more polished version of Azalea Banks.
Yeah.
Talented, but like she got in her own way.
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple there's one Toronto artist that I directly experienced this with 2 weeks ago. So
an interview?
The interview didn't happen because this person is a diva.
Like, it's a girl.
Interview was rescheduled 3 times and I rearranged my entire workday to do the interview in the evening. And for the third reschedule, and literally 10 minutes before it starts, I'm ready, sitting in front of my computer. 10 minutes before it starts, hey, can we reschedule again? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? If you don't want to do the interview, just say it. Like, just say that.
Say that.
So like they after that, they didn't respond to the email, so they obviously didn't want to do it. But like, why agree to it from the beginning and waste everyone's time?
It was a girl.
I'm not saying what it was, but that person is a diva is all I'm gonna say. I'll tell you off after we get off here, but yeah, honestly, that person left a really bad taste in my mouth. And if they ever want an interview, I'm not gonna do it, because like that was like, and if you're an upcoming artist, that's a bad look on you. Like, how are you like you're not promoting yourself? Like, you just like, it's just stupid. Like, because this person hasn't done any other radio interviews, so like they're just,
are they popping?
Yeah, they're very popular. I'll tell you it is off air, and you'll
okay.
Yeah. So anyways, that person reminds me of this situation as well. This person named Anne Marie, she's a singer from Chicago or something.
Oh, you know what? When I heard that story, I was thinking A. Marie.
No. Yeah, I know who you're thinking about.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like, she's such a gentle person. Why would she do something like that?
Yeah.
But like Anne Marie.
Yeah, some singer or rapper from Chicago. I don't know. Yeah. But she shot her boyfriend in the forehead for cheating.
Yeah.
And she claims that the gun just fell off the table and went off. I mean,
forehead though, like the table. Is he laying on the floor?
I don't fucking know, but no one's really talking about it. And you specifically brought up a story after the Tory Lane situation that was a double standard too.
Yeah, it was young Buck got shot at by his girlfriend.
Yeah, and nobody talked about it.
Nobody talked about it. This traction right here, not really getting much traction.
Exactly. So I just thought that was interesting. And speaking of the Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lane saga, while we were gone, just something that I feel like is worth mentioning. Megan's ex-BFF Kelsey Nicole released a diss track. Revealing
to be honest, I want them all locked up.
Did you listen to the song?
No. I know it was trash. It was trash.
It was trash, but like, she said that Tory blackmailed her with the sex tape if she didn't publicly take a side. That was the only new info I got from this situation.
Also, I heard information that Megan Thee Stallion, when she got into the industry, she was starting it up allegedly.
Honestly, I could buy it.
And then she would take men that Kelsey liked.
Well, apparently that's what happened with Tory.
Yeah.
So, and Megan also, she dropped an album as well while we were gone, and she dissed Chromas on the first song, the same song she dissed Tory with. Honestly, biggest, dumbest mistake Megan could have possibly made. Why are you giving a Toronto rapper who's only famous in Toronto, not on a worldwide platform, why are you giving her any kind of attention on your album that is famous on a worldwide platform? You sound stupid as fuck for that.
Because Megan doesn't know I don't think Megan knows what she's doing. Her team is kind of like trying to figure it out as well. But I honestly, that album wasn't all that great, but it sold well. But
I didn't listen to
it. I turned it off after like track 3.
I just wanted to listen to that song where she dissed, because I was like, what is she like? Is she revealing any new information? And she didn't. She just got at everyone. And then Chroma's released her own diss track back at Megan. Kelsey thought that this was for her, and she's like, what the fuck? I never got my chain snatched. And everyone from Toronto's like, yeah, because she's talking about fucking Chroma's, not you. And it's just a big whole mess. And I was like, what the hell? This is so dumb.
It's a mess. Like I said, I want all of them locked up, man. Because the fact that Megan is not saying anything. Kelsey, your friend's not saying anything. I mean, they're all saying is just they're all talking in circles. And I'm
exactly. And it's been July, August, September, October, November, December, 5 months. Next month will be 6 months since it happened.
Yeah. And they're using like, catchphrases like protect all black women and shit like that to grab on the sympathy of others.
Yeah, they're making it political.
Yeah, they're toying with people for no reason.
Yeah, and they're creating a divide.
No reason. There's no reason for this.
Yeah, it's crazy. Side note, Tory has pled not guilty in this situation.
Yeah. He put out some of the best music of his life right now. Honestly.
He's dropping another rap capsule this Friday.
Oh, man. He's putting out some of the best music. Yo, if his rap capsule is fire, of the best music.
It might beat that number 1 spot on your album.
Some of the best music of this man's life is coming out right now. I never knew. Once you put who would have known you put fire to this man's ass, he was going to produce some fire music.
Honestly,
I did not know that.
To be fair, Tory, in my opinion, Tory has always produced fire music. Tory has never, ever, not once disappointed me.
He's all right. So all right. This is the best music of his life. This is the best music of his life, man. That's what I'm gonna say. Some of the best music of his life. I don't know, man. It's like he went to that booth and just fucking like all the before then it was like it was fun music. It was like, you know, poppy music. This shit speaks to your fucking soul, man.
Yeah, but he had some songs like that too before. His first debut album was like that.
Like he had to talking about like, you know, getting kicked out. It was the year 2000. Yeah, I'm getting kicked out the crib.
Yeah, that shit was good.
Well, like yeah.
Tori has been very talented since back in 2011, 2009 when he was singing violins and wooden beads with his fucking little snapback and on his little self.
No, Tori, I'm not taking that away from him.
For sure. I think he has always made the best music of his life, in my opinion. Anyways, and then this last story we don't really need to talk about it, then, to be honest, just forget it. Quick bite news. So Jeremiah was in the ICU with COVID. He has been released. Thankfully.
He's about to die soon.
What?
I said he was almost about to die.
Yeah. I saw that. I honestly was scared, to be honest. Ashanti and Keisha Cole versus battle got delayed because Ashanti has COVID.
I wonder who she hangs around with.
Me too. But
also, side note, COVID is going around like the chicken pox, man.
Yeah, it is.
We might as well just have a COVID party. You just might as well have a COVID party.
People are doing it. They don't care.
No, COVID party. Like, yo,
everyone who has COVID, come. Yeah,
get out the way.
Ellen has COVID. So
I thought she was locked in their crib and she couldn't stand it.
Yeah, a lot of people have COVID. Kardashians are coming back on Hulu. After all, I'm very happy about that. So I just had to tell you guys. So 2021 is already looking kind of up. So
they ended their contract to renew the one with Hulu.
Yeah, they probably got more money. It's Disney and Hulu, Disney Plus and Hulu.
That's a power move.
That is a power move. So I'm very excited for that. And Lil Wayne pled guilty to his gun charge. He was facing 10 years, but because he pled guilty and accepted responsibility, it could be less time.
Yeah, and also he sold his masters for $100 million, so he's getting off scotch-free.
Yeah, what does selling his masters have to do with the case? I saw you tweet about it, but I didn't understand.
Oh, so all right, you know how there's big people in big places, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he could have. Lil Wayne probably was in a bind. It was like Universal was like, "Hey, bro, I sell my masters. You help me with the situation." You can see it with a lot of times when big artists are going through legal trouble. They often get off a little bit with some slap on the wrist, maybe.
Okay.
So I just correlated that to the two because he pled guilty the same day that he sold his masters, or maybe a day before he sold his masters.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that everything's going to work out is that Lil Wayne probably is going to get maybe 5 years probation.
Well, that's not that bad. He can survive with that.
I don't think he's going to do any jail time whatsoever.
Yeah, that's our final episode of 2020.
And also, when the fuck do you hear, yo, I'm pleading guilty and I'm going to receive less time? The fuck?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
People usually take a plea deal.
Yeah.
And then get some reduced time, but plead all the way guilty? Fuck out of here.
Yeah. It's quite interesting. But that's our final episode of 2020.
Yep. And we'll be back 2021.
Yes, 2021. Hopefully it's a better year for all of us.
Yes.
New levels, new heights, all that fun stuff. Thanks for staying with us through this odd year.
A very odd year.
Yeah.
I'll be try to vlog my time in Tulum.
Yeah, do that. Are you what day are you going and what day are you coming back?
It's supposed to be the 10th to the 16th.
Oh, January.
Yeah. I wanted to go for two. I wanted to go for
New Year's.
Days.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you were going for New Year's.
Yeah, I wanted to go for New Year's. And then I was like, way too much going on. And then I wanted to go for like 4 days in the New Year.
Mm-hmm.
But the tickets, I got discounted tickets.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, but
I feel like everything right now. I saw a trip to Mexico on a resort, all inclusive, for $960 for a week.
Yeah, man, everything's cheap.
Very cheap. Are you going with just one other person or multiple other people?
One other person. Man, people don't want. I want to say this right here, right? People don't. I don't know what's up with people. either maybe it's my approach, but like I'll be like, yo, I made a whole fucking budget breakdown of like, yo, what would it cost and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, let's do it. I had one friend who was like, yeah, all right, I'm down. What if we go over here? I was like, no, bro, I'm working. He was like, all right. And then I sent him like more stuff. He just never responded. I want to talk about some other shit.
I
I'm
would have,
like, all right.
if it was a resort, I would have done it. Honestly, I don't go on vacation unless I'm on a resort because this is my thing. You and I can tell already, are very opposite travelers. You like to explore and whatever and like go check it out. Me, having already been to Mexico twice and already been the kind of person who doesn't like to do that. Like I genuinely like to go on vacation to just do that, be on vacation. Like I want to sleep in. I want to spend the day at the beach. I want to go home, shower, eat, get drunk, repeat the rest of the week. Like that's my ideal vacation. Doing nothing.
I'm trying to pop out, man. I'm trying to pop out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit ATV riding. I'm trying to go on a jet ski. I'm trying to have fun.
Yeah.
But
I'll do 2 excursions max in a week and then I'm done.
Yeah. I'm going with one other person. I'll tell you the story how lit of a person I am. But no, I'm pretty. I think when I tell you, you'll be like, yo, you're pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. When I was
I don't already think you're cool.
No, but like the world doesn't know how cool I am, and other people see how cool I am. But
all right,
yeah. Outside of this, like I'm really a nice person to be around. But yeah. So yeah, I was tweeting about it, and then someone had hit me up talking about it. Yo, I'll come down with you. I'm like, all right. I'm trying. I'm like, I give everyone a fair shake. So I'm like, I'm sending her all the information. Girl talks about, you're gonna have to pay for my plane ticket. I don't have a credit card at the moment. I'm like, how the fuck you not have a credit card?
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I was like, hit me back in a week, get your situation right, and see what's happening.
Yeah.
I already got everything's already booked. Airbnb, plane tickets all booked. That's all good. But if she wants to pull up, then she can pull. But,
oh, so she like might not actually come.
I don't think she is. I think she's playing, man.
So you're just gonna go by yourself?
No, I'm going with someone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going with someone.
You have a guaranteed person, or you don't?
Yeah, she's the one that got me the. She's the one that got me the discounted plane tickets.
Oh, okay. So then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. I'm always fine. I would have went down by myself anyways, but it's cool to go with someone.
Better to bring somebody with you just in case you want to be safe. Well, all right, folks.
Safe, man. I'm good in these streets.
You don't know about those Mexico streets.
Yo.
I'm glad because I thought about that this morning. While I was getting ready, I was like, I hope, I hope you have some sort of security or something. I'm glad your Airbnb has security because honestly, if you didn't, I wouldn't. I would definitely be kind of concerned for you. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and plus I'm not bringing down nothing expensive.
Yeah, don't do that
camera.
Yeah.
And my camera's not like super expensive. It's like a Rebel T6i, man.
Yeah, and like for me, like when I'm in Mexico, I blend in with the Mexicans. They think I'm Mexican. You're like,
yeah. Even if you go to LA, my friend, I went to LA with my Indian homie. Kapil.
They think you're
he thought he was Mexican.
Yeah, when I went to California, they thought we were Mexican. My entire family, like people would come up to us speaking in Spanish. Like it happens a lot in America.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I go there, but like you're fully black, so like you're gonna stick out.
Yeah, man. What's that? Moreno.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, wrap us up. Get us out of here.
All right. This has been another episode of the Educated and the Reckless podcast with your host, Apollo PN.
No better, Nina.
And this has been officially our last episode of 2020. See you in the new year. Peace easy.
Bye.